21 October, my husband and I decided to explore the academic route into the United Kingdom. And when we got here, everyone was telling us that the only way to get sponsored was through the care route. We got several advice from different people, and yeah, even though I had come here to have a master's degree in management, I was secretly nursing, the concerns about sponsorship and how that was going to get me a sponsored position in the United Kingdom. But I wasn't discouraged. 6 months into our program, my husband got a job with a company, a bank here in the United Kingdom, and we were very, very happy. We thought that they were going to sponsor him. It was a 1 year fixed term contract that was going to be renewed at the end of it, or well, that was what they said when he started. So, because we had investigated the company, it was a company that could sponsor him, we started, discussing with them and asking questions around sponsorship. And towards the end of that year, my husband decided to initiate that conversation with the supervisor. And they did agree that they would explore it, even though they were not really sure how to go about it, according to them. So we started the process. We used the bank would usually hire or use a consultant for that process. And by the time we started filling out the forms, included all the necessary documentation and all that. To our shock and surprise, we had gotten to the last stage of the whole process where the bank was going to approve for the consulting company to proceed with the sponsorship. And they came back to tell us that their budget would not be able to accommodate it. And at this time, we were just left with 2 months on our visa status before we would move on to the graduate visa. And it seemed like our hopes had been dashed again, but we refused to be discouraged. Around January, we were already thinking, because we just had 1 month left before our visa expired, and we were contemplating whether to move on to the graduate visa or to go on and take the care sponsorship. And at this time, I got a company who was willing to sponsor us, and they had already sent me the documents that I was going to execute for us to sign up for sponsorship. But after I slept, I woke up, I told myself I am not going to be able to do this. Not because there is anything wrong with the care jobs, but because as a person, I am not very inclined. I'm not inclined in the matters of health. And I told them that I wasn't going to proceed with a sponsorship offer. Yeah, it sounded like a very crazy thing to do, but good enough. My husband was on my side. He was a bit discouraged, but he just said, let's us keep pushing on. And we just decided to go on to the graduate visa. And we gave ourselves a target on how we wanted to move on to our sponsored jobs. So we wrote up our goal sheet and we wrote up our vision board for the year, and we started pursuing sponsored jobs. We started engaging in all sorts of meetings, trying to send in applications, trying to do up our resumes, taking up several courses to increase our chances of getting those sponsored jobs. And lo and behold, in April of that year, I got a job that was going to give me sponsorship. And that was how this story began to change. So I got on that job, and I discovered that even beyond this offer to give me a sponsorship, I was entitled to a global talent visa. And that was how I signed up for the global talent visa. And today, I and my family have moved on to the Global Talent Visa, and that was how our story changed. So, if you want to learn about how this process works, because I found out that a lot of people in United Kingdom don't even know that these opportunities exist, there is a video in the link below. So click on that link, watch the video, and inbox us if you want to have extra conversation around this opportunity. So if you're like me, if you're like us, you think that you have some other experience that you can apply and you don't really want to do the care route, you have other pathways that you can explore. So click the link below, watch the video, and let's take it up from that point. Goodbye.